Hi! So today's video is going to be on my nipple piercings, which should be fun. Meow! So before I start this video, I just want to explain that yes, I do have a new piercing. It's only like a couple days old, but it's not too hard to talk with, so yeah. And my other piercings are fine. A little bit sore, but other than that, I'll tell you guys about those piercings when they're healed later on in life. But for this video, I'm going to be talking more about my nipple piercings and my experience with that. So where I get all my piercings done, Skull House in Marietta, where I apprentice, and basically it was really professional. The piercer I know there, Moo, he actually pierced my nipples. I actually have a video on me getting my nipples pierced, so if you guys want to watch that, I will link it down below. But basically, it was really professional, signed all the shit, got all ready, set up, basically took off my top, which was not that awkward. I don't know. He took it very professionally. Basically, he just marked me, make sure everything was good, got my approval. I didn't do it standing or laying down. I was sitting up on the piercing table. So, yeah, I don't know if that'll be a question, but that's where I was. Many piercers will have people lay down or whatever. It's totally up to the piercer. Everybody has their own different style, so I can't really tell you much about that. I don't know, it wasn't that bad. A lot of people are worried about taking off their top. It's really not that bad, because if you think about it, they're only going to see your nipples once, and they're going to pierce them, and that's it, you're out. They're not going to be seeing them their whole life, and they probably don't care what you look like. I mean, all the nipple piercings that I've seen done when throughout like my whole apprenticeship, like I don't remember, and I don't care. Like, believe it or not, a lot more nipple piercings come in than other piercings that you think would be more common. So it's not that big of a deal, and they just don't care. So it's fine when you take off your top. Don't worry about getting nervous about that or anything. The clamp did hurt pretty freaking bad. I will admit that the clamp was the worst part of the entire piercing. Just might be my personal opinion. And the piercing itself was actually really, really easy. The only thing that surprised me was the way that it felt. Every piercing has its own feeling. Like, my cheeks, I hate how they feel moving. My septum, I'm used to that. And, I don't know, every piercing has its own feeling to it. I don't know how to explain it unless you have a bunch of piercings, then you get what I mean. But, yeah. So it was super easy. I would do it again in a heartbeat. It really wasn't that hard. You don't know until you get the first one done, and yes, the second one always hurts more because your endorphins and all that went off on the first one. So it makes sense for the second one to hurt more. Just think about it as you have 1 second of pain per piercing, and that's it. And then it's done, it's over. You don't really, like, if you really want them that bad, just get it done. Now the healing experience, wasn't too bad. For the first month, I wore a sports bra. That was my personal choice. He didn't say I have to, but it was just my personal choice. The second day, and later on the first night, I didn't have any experience with my nipples bleeding or anything like that. It was all fine. Healing it was really, really easy since I have like 20 other piercings. It wasn't that hard. But I will say that when you're adjusting your bra, you have to be careful, and when you're inside the shower with the oofla or the body scrub thing, you need to be really, really careful. Even if one time you slip up, you will like pull that fucking that barbell so hard, and it will suck, but I am warning you, don't do it. Yeah, other than that, it was really easy. Nothing really to say. I love them. You know, I wasn't that confident in that area, but now that they are pierced, I absolutely love them. But it's not like I go around showing them occasionally, because I think it's the shit. And if you don't like it, you can always take out a piercing. You know, it's not that bad, unless you get it infected or something. But yeah, for any questions that I'm gonna get regarding my nipple piercings are infected, there's a weird bump on them, they feel weird, they look weird, anything like that, realize that you can go to your piercer for these questions. They can do a lot more than I can over the internet. I will not be answering those questions at all, and I would not be answering any questions on like pricing or anything like that. It's kind of rude. So yeah, I will not be doing that, but yeah, I hope you guys have a good experience with the whole piercing thing. Yeah, I was a little more serious on this subject because I do find nipple piercings a lot more serious because it's your tits, it's your nips. You kind of have to care about them and really research the piercer before you go in there, because we've had people come into our shop and they've had some really crazy shit put into their nipples, and I want you guys to be safe. You know, research the topic in the piercer before committing, you know? And yeah, okay. I'll see you guys next week. Bye! Y'all.